Turn my phone on. Bringing this Thursday, March 12th, 2026 council meeting to order at 7 p.m. Rise and state the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Mrs. Conley. Yeah, I'm here. Digging for a pen. Mr. Grove?
Here, there was something moving at the time. What's me? Yes, I am here. Okay.
Marvel.
Here.
Mrs. Powell.
Here.
Mrs. Race. Here. Mrs. Rudy. Here. Miss Atchison is here. Full house today. Yay. We've now come to the public comment section of our agenda. The council welcomes and encourages the public to speak during the public comment and public hearing portion of the agenda. However, council policy is to hear the public comment, not to act on the public comment at this time. Concerns brought before the council during the public comment portion of the agenda will be referred to the city manager for action. If after communicating with the city manager, no resolution is reached, the concern will be elevated to the mayor and then eventually to the council for action. Those citizens wishing to speak on agenda and non-agenda items will be allowed a maximum of 4 minutes each to address their concerns. This is the only time during the council meeting that citizens are allowed to address the council. Please state your name and address for the record if you would like. Do we have any public comments out? Anybody want to make any comments? Questions? Anybody online? Raise your hand. Unmute yourself. None? Okay. Did you want to introduce Mrs. Puckett?
John can.
Would you like
Okay.
me to?
Yes, I would love it.
At the podium, please. Mention.
Please.
Also, so everyone at home can hear.
Yeah, all right. It's Deputy Caitlin Puckett. She's one of our Cedar Springs day shift deputies. Would you like to present it?
Sorry. The city of Cedar Springs is grateful for your dedicated service and your outstanding representation of the Kent County Sheriff's Department. Your demonstration of generosity, genuine care, and exemplary public service is appreciated by the City Council and the Cedar Springs community. Thank you so much for your dedication and we love all the support you gave our community. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind heart.
Yes.
Yes.
Peace officer. Thank you for making this all look good.
All right, we have no public hearings. I will look for an adoption of the agenda.
And Mayor, I will make a motion to adopt the agenda as maybe not as presented. That would be interesting. Let's just shut up and start.
Yeah. It's about the consent agenda.
Be to the consent. Yeah. Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the same. All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have some changes.
Yes, I'd like to move motion F on the consent agenda to action item
I feel we need to have public discussion about this agreement.
Can I get a,
I'll second that. Well, you don't need a second. It's,
I'm talking about for the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda without F.
okay.
Okay.
I will make that motion.
Oh. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Should I do roll call? Cause there's checks. For that one, consent agenda.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do roll call.
Mr. Marvel,
Yes.
Mrs. Powell,
Yes.
Mrs. Ray,
Yes.
Mrs. Rudy,
Yes.
Mrs. Conley,
Yes.
Mr. Gross,
Yes.
Mrs. Atchison Bunch. 7-0. All right, then we will move on to the action items. A, motion to authorize city manager to close City Hall on necessary dates to facilitate the move from 66 South Main Street to 130 West Muskegon Street. Yay!
We're getting there. We're getting there. It's close. Yeah, so we are coming to the end of our construction season, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to have to be moved from this building to the new building. So we can't function without our server and computers. And if it doesn't take 4 days, we'll open if we're ready. But tentatively, we're looking at April 20th through the 24th. Which it's not a utility billing due date. There's no meetings that week.
Those aren't due.
Yeah, so it's kind of hitting in the month.
Will DPW be around to help?
Hopefully. Yep. And Sergeant Paulson has agreed to help us. So, yes. Yep.
All right, anybody want to make the motion for me?
I'll make a motion to authorize city manager to close City Hall on necessary dates to facilitate the move from 66 South Main Street to 130 West Muskegon Street.
Right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same. All right, action item B, Mrs. Falcon.
Mentioned moving from this building to the new building. There are items that we will no longer need at the new building. So the exact items haven't been identified yet, but I know there's going to be some. I mean, like these tables, chairs I mentioned. Mission to have a public sale sometime after we're over there and making sure we don't need anything else from this building, whatever's left, have a public sale.
Yes.
To keep that nice desk out in the front, the
Hold up.
roll top. Okay,
Offices, but
kind of nice in the lobby maybe, and even that table, it's kind of a historical piece. The antique one, but I don't know.
And Ronnie talked about signing the charter when they sat outside the.
And that desk, I think they kind of went together,
That'd be nice.
but it's a historical
get there, and if we've got room, we can see where they can fit in.
lobby where people want to put their computer down and do some stuff while they're waiting for some kind of business, city business.
Get a motion?
I'll make a motion to authorize the city manager to close, oh no, you want to have a sale of municipal surplus at public sale.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. All right, now we can move on to Township Fire Agreement.
So that would be now, action item C. Okay. So, I'll make a motion to approve the fire protection services agreement with the south half of Nelson Township for 2 years. You can support it and then we can discuss it. I think that's what we are gonna do, right? Anybody want to support it? Second?
I will support.
Thank you. Do you want Darla to speak on it first?
Yeah. Sure.
Table tonight, I put a map of the service area that I'm talking about. I've had a lot of emails, you know, what service area am I a part of? So here's the map. It's the southern half of Nelson Township. We've covered this area for quite some time. Actually, I called the previous fire chief and he couldn't remember exactly when this was set up. He remembers covering even more of Cortland Township all the way out to Harvard possibly. Anyway, that doesn't matter, but we've covered this area for quite a long time. So the new contract that we proposed to Nelson Township and they have agreed, they signed it February 25th, 2026. It will go into effect April 1st, 2026. April to March is the township's fiscal year. And we start out with the city's actual expenses as of the previous fiscal year. So June 30th, 2025. We subtract out hydrant rental. We subtract out capital purchases that we made during that fiscal year. Nets fire department expenses of $331,000. I'm going through Exhibit A. You want to follow? So 331,765.44 times 19.4%. The percentage comes from total runs. So at the end of every year in your packet, you have total runs for the year. So for Nelson Township for 2025 calendar year was 172 runs out of the total that our department responded to, 886, comes to 19.4%. So almost 20% of our time is spent in Nelson Township. So we're requesting them to cover almost 20% of our expenses. Previously, that was a 3-year average. It wasn't the percentage of the previous year. It was a 3-year average. So lessening.
Us a little because each year it's growing. Am I accurate in this?
So that totals $64,362.50 to be paid to us in quarterly installments. Then the 2027 fire apparatus, that's the big truck that we're going to get here the end of January 2027, less than a year.
Is that soon already?
Total cost is $886,000 minus $212,000 that we will get from Kent County EMS. Those are our contributions that we've paid to them over the years. They accumulate it and then that's paid back to the entity that's getting the fire truck. So minus $212,000 brings us to $674,000 times 20%. So Nelson Township's share of the new truck would be $134,800 minus $15,000. The contract previous to this one was a 3-year contract and they paid us $5,000 a year specifically towards this truck. So they've already paid us $15,000. So that yields $119,800.
Just to clarify, that amount they paid us is not the amount that they paid into Kent County. Okay. It was a separate.
$19,800. They're going to pay that in 2 installments, 50% April 1, 2026, and then the other 50% April 1, 2027. I know that's after we get the truck, so we'll have to front their $60,000 cash in January. We'll get it back in April. And then third part of this formula, something they've never paid us in the past. We did a pretty good spreadsheet of all the other capital items that we need to maintain and buy in the future. So in total, 20% of that list, $126,000 total, their share would be $25,200. So they'll pay that to us in quarterly installments also, and we'll reserve that for future capital items in our budget. So this is,
They don't own 20% of any of our stuff. Okay, just, I've had people ask me that question.
so this is a 2-year contract. We'll provide new numbers February 1st, 2027 for the current fiscal year that we're in. We'll know those actual numbers by then and then give them the new numbers for their fiscal year number 2.
Also, just to clarify, because I know there's been so much with this stuff with a village that's not this. This is a area we have provided service for at least a decade. I mean, it's been that way since I've been on council, and I'm in the bottom of my 4th term. So this is not new.
Thank you, Darla and Troy, for working on this contract and updating it, and it's perfect timing. Thank you.
Any questions? Comments?
Just, can I ask one more? Just so, but Nelson Township is fine with this, yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
excellent.
For these coming to council in the past, so
I don't either.
Agreement.
Yes.
okay.
Something negotiated at the time. I was involved with that, so,
Oh.
it was becoming firm that this was gonna happen. I'm not so sure the breakdown financially was quite the same as what you have done. I know it wasn't, okay, so it was, a rough number that was tossed out. All the accounting and what you've done now gives some credence to the cost. Okay.
And my understanding is, back when it was happening, we were basically providing so much mutual aid that we thought it was better for both parties to just solidify a contract.
When it was happening, they were partially covered by Spencer Township also. They had chosen to pull away from Spencer Township. So then they had to divide the rest of the township up somewhat equally between Sand Lake and Cedar. And that's how they came up with it. You got 3 miles from the south up, you got 3 miles from the center to the top. And, you know, depth, of course, the full width of the township. So, and that was how it was calculated out. For what it was worth, it didn't matter where the fire was in Nelson Township. We were gonna be there anyway. And it was the same thing if there's one here in town or at the south. You can count on Sand Lake being down here or whatever's the fire department at that time. So.
All right. Let's vote. Mrs. Conley? Yes.
Oh, we did. Because we're discussing. Yes.
Mr. Gross?
Yes.
Yes.
Mrs. Powell?
Yeah.
Mrs. Race?
Yes.
Mrs. Rudy?
Yes.
Miss Atchison votes yes, 7-0. And no discussion items? Is there anything else you'd like to say before it's your turn again? Do we have any other communications that we need to know about? Okay. Let's go to department reports then. See, City Manager, Mrs. Falcon.
Out with my pictures again.
Very nice.
It's going to be stained, which I've already saw pictures of that. It's beautiful, but that's kind of the location it's going to go. That's our kitchen, break room, kitchen, minus appliances, but beautiful floor and nice cupboards.
Is that the original floor? No. Okay.
No.
I didn't think so, but you never know. But you never know.
It was all down to plain concrete. Yeah. That's the hallway of offices, offices on both sides. That's on the east side of the building. Carpeting in our offices. The new doors on this side in the back there is going to be the employee entrance. The door in the middle is going to be an exit only out of the council room. And then some blue lights on the side there. That's the election storage room. There is carpet under that paper, but now all of the carpet is covered with paper to protect it as they walk on it
And yeah,
oh. That's the east side of the council room. There will be 2 large TVs on the wall there instead of a screen like we're using now with the projector.
get some benky boards.
Other side of DPW break room in the back. We decided to do epoxy on the floor in DPW and in the back. That just makes so much sense for and
Yeah.
yep, turned out really nice. The hallway again. That's our work room. So that's where the copier will be, our shredder, our secure document bin, all kinds of stuff. That's in the front lobby. So that's the new lights that will go above the counter where the cashier will come up and wait on the customers there. That's looking deeper into that where the staff will sit back there. Some other lights out in the front lobby. The front entrance, I think that turned out really nice. That's the conference room in the middle, which we don't have a conference room now, and I can't wait for that to be done. And the windows up front are just all around the building are beautiful, but those ones high up, the arched ones, I thought were really.
Fabulous.
Yep, that's it.
Up previously?
Up.
Yeah.
Yep. And the owner of this similar building in Rockford is talking to our construction people about, where did you get those windows? How did you do that? They want to order these windows for their building. So, yeah.
What's that now or?
Private,
Company?
They used to, but we don't.
Everybody wants to copy us.
Do we get a commission off on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great job.
let's see, other than that, the only other thing I wanted to mention was, May 14th. That's our May council meeting, a Thursday. We're going to have an open house from 4 to 7 at the new, so our April council meeting will be here, one last meeting here. May will be our first council meeting at the new building with an open house 4 to 7. People can come early and we can give tours and stuff. So,
Budget meeting will be here, right?
yeah, next Thursday night, budget meeting here.
Yes. Yes.
Is that it, Mrs. Falcon? Not that it was very tiny. Assistant City Manager Rebecca.
So this last month has been quite busy for me. FOIAs have kept me busy along with launching our mass notification system, Civic Ready. That has gone over pretty well. We are going to work on making a few modifications on the upload of information that we put in. So you'll probably see some additional test messages go out in the near future just to kind of hone in on that and make sure it's as effective as possible. I did want to touch base just briefly on the DDA. You guys will see a proposed budget. They approved all of their priorities for the next fiscal year. So you'll see that in your budget. And then we are continuing to work on that demolition and revitalization grant program as well. And then I did work with the CBDT to submit a grant for Cedar Creek cleanup. They do an annual cleanup, and the number in my report is a little low. It ended up being a little bit higher than that $2,500 that we anticipated. But beyond that, we've been busy with transitioning to a new IT company, and that has also kept me relatively busy as well. So
Thank you for that, by the way.
Thank you. Department of Public Works, is it Tanya?
Yep.
Okay,
Hi.
hi.
So for the month of February, we cleaned up the vandalized restrooms down at the Heart of Cedar, put up 2 new baby changing stations that were ruined, checked sewer lines, picked up down branches, hauled snow off from Main Street, cleaned the sidewalks. Hopefully we're done with the snow. I'm over it. Plowed all the city streets and lots, did maintenance on our equipment, cold patch, worked on the budget. That's about it.
Cleaning
Any
a lot
questions?
upstairs. Boy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, thanks.
Law enforcement. Sergeant Paulson, sorry.
A good month. Nothing really to note happened. Business as usual at the sheriff's department. Things are going well at the sheriff's department. Obviously very proud of my deputies at the sheriff's department that serve Cedar Springs. Caitlin is one of 4 that have that community policing mindset. So very proud of that. We do have, if you guys remember, August of last year, we had the North Kent community event. Decided to renew that for this year, and it is going to be here in Cedar Springs again in August 13th is the date. So we'll be looking forward to that. We're going to start planning that. We'll get an event application in soon, and hopefully more details will be coming out with that. So
It was a wonderful thing.
yeah, we had over 1,000 people show up, and hopefully we'll have even more this year.
Back to 1,000?
That's the first time we ever did that, so we didn't know to expect 100 or 10,000. We had no idea, but we were very happy with how many people showed up. We ran out of parking like that, so that's all I have.
Fire Department, Chief Detla.
Thankfully, I agree. February's been nice and slow. That's awesome. It's rare that we get this 2 months in a row that we have downturns in runs. So we're actually down 23% on runs this year, which is a nice thing to happen. We're entering into our maintenance season. So now we have to start going through all of the trucks and inspections and going through that. So you're going to see a lot of activity at the station, hose testing, ladder testing, all this stuff's going to be going through. We've hired 2 more firefighters. Thankfully, 1 is completely trained already, firefighter 1 and 2, and EMT. That's Dalton Vanderhyde. He started out and they're fitting in very well. And then we also hired Christy Tracy. She's a firefighter from Clio. So she has firefighter 1 and 2, but she is going to be starting her MFR training probably in the next month or so to get through that stuff. And they're both very good at this, what we're going through. They're responding to calls. We're getting everything going. So very happy with that hire. That's working out real well for everybody going forward. Other than that, that is really about where we're at, other than the fact that we're working on new software for reports. I'm hoping to get that straightened out here in the next couple months. You should start seeing a couple tests and see how that stuff goes through. Should be a substantial change. With our reporting stature, we'll be able to see hot spots, things like that in the counties or in the township where we're going through in the city. So you'll see where most of our calls are coming from. So awesome. Have a nice area to look at. So have any questions?
I know you have 1 going through the academy right now, but for some reason I was thinking there was 2. Is it 2?
So I have Andrew Seawood and your grandson.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was just, that's why I knew there was 1. So, but
They're both doing really well and hopefully going to be graduating here in the next month.
of course, that's the 4th generation of volunteer firefighters.
Very welcome. Absolutely.
the kid had a certain amount of knowledge of trucks before you got on.
He's the first person to give tours. I absolutely love it.
That's just great.
Yeah. Anything else?
Do you have anything from the clerk?
Not off the top of my head,
Okay,
but
that's
she
okay.
is on vacation this week, so wish her well.
Yeah, that's good. Guys need that occasionally. All right, Finance Director, Mrs. Landon.
Yeah, so I've been busy working on the budget, so you all have a copy of that. That was at your spot today. So if you have any questions when you're reviewing it, please reach out to Darla or myself. But we will go over that next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. So looking forward to sharing that with you all. So real property has been turned over to the county now, so I'm still working on collecting personal property taxes that are delinquent. So start all over with that process. And then Darla and I are working to submit the final reimbursement for the Heart of Cedar project to get the remainder of the grant funds. There's about 50% left that we have to submit for that, and we'd like to get that in for this fiscal year. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that wrapped up soon and have the funds before the end of the year.
Okay. Thank you. Now we're on council comments. Why don't we start with Mr. Marvel?
Yeah. Great meeting and a lot of comments.
What's all going on with the planning?
Planning commission, we, a little bit of rezoning. So I guess we're gonna probably talk about that at the next meeting. So yeah, we kind of drafted something, the city planner drafted something and we approved of it. So yeah. Other than that, not much going on with the planning commission. So yeah, and congratulations. Thank you for all that you guys do for our city, and yeah, you guys are awesome. So thank you very much.
Mr. Gross.
Oh, so an all male thing today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thank everybody for, including the board, for the time they put in on everything. Every one of the staff. I've voiced my views on fire departments and the sheriff's department in the past. There's nothing changed at all. We have a great setup here in the city. I hear that frequently. You will occasionally get the complaint, but it's more good than bad, and that's always a win. So appreciate it all. Thank you much.
Mrs. Powell.
I agree with Jerry that this is a wonderful place to live and we love it, don't we?
Yes.
And thank you to our staff and the people come and see us, and especially this kind-hearted young woman that helped that poor fella. I hope he's being successful in his new program. Have you been in touch with him? Okay. Yeah. That's all you can do. But at least somebody cared, and it was cold that day. And thanks, Jake, our newspaper guy, for being here. We appreciate that. It was such a loss to lose our Cedar Post, but you're filling in and doing a wonderful job, and thank you.
Mrs. Rudy.
Yep, everything's going along smoothly. I thank you guys again. I thank you every time for the jobs that you do, especially the fire department, the police department, and you. But yeah, I'm proud to be a part of this town. And it takes all of us as one unit to make the town. So yeah. Thank you.
Conley.
What a wonderful police service we have. Lots of concern. There were some of us who were here when we switched, and there was much concern that we wouldn't get personal, close to home care for our community. And how wonderful that you did this. So thank you for that. And thank you for making that decision that was difficult be the right one. So we are very, very grateful for the service that our policing does. Our fire department has, and I have sadly used you more than, not for fires, but for when trees keep landing on my house. So you're wonderful. We just are really lucky to live in a place. You have a person coming from Clio, that's Genesee County. I'm from there, where you can drink the water. The fire department shows up, the policeman department shows up, and they show up to help you. It's phenomenal because it is not like that everywhere. So all of the things.
Mrs. Race.
I second most of everything that's been thrown out there, but especially you. It takes a certain heart to do that, and we truly appreciate that. And you should be proud of yourself. I know sometimes it's hard to be, but you deserve the recognition for sure. I'm very excited for the new city hall. The pictures are amazing. It's hard to believe that it's coming to fruition, and just appreciate everyone's hard work. We couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you.
Yes, thanks. I know you're thinking it's just your job, right? But some people do a job and just do a job. Some people look at other things and look at other options and think with their heart. So it does take a lot, especially nowadays. A lot of people don't think that way. So that's why it's very important to us. I know sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to be, I don't want anybody to look at me, and whatever. I didn't do anything special. You did. So just take it in and run with it. So thank you again. Once again, our staff is so wonderful. I just can't even imagine if we didn't have you guys. And I think that it would have been easier for our other communities to be able to offer up what they needed from their townships that they were servicing, if they would have had the forethought to look at or look at how much each thing's cost. So I'm glad that you broke that down. That was wonderful. Because you don't have that idea that you need all that. You need the equipment. You need this. You need this. Yes, they're not going to own 20% of our stuff. That's what it costs to use our equipment, for our equipment to go down the road, our equipment. So it's just, with the cost rising so much, the last couple of years, things had to be looked at a little differently. And I think the approach that our city manager makes, for one thing, is awesome. Takes a different direction. And I think you get things done. So thank you again. Other than that, I love working with you guys.
Same here.
Thanks. All right, with that, meeting is adjourned. 7:38. Look at